Namaste. Now, many people ask me the simple question, what is the future of the education across the globe or across India as a person? Now, you need to understand that the future of education has changed drastically across a person. With the pandemic coming in and many people discovering that online classes are a very good alternative to the thing than that of the offline classes, are beginning to come into a new chapter into the education. In fact, the first trend which is changed in the education is you are going to learn skill-based education. Skill-based is the education which is very, very different from the knowledge-based education. Now, many people think, oh, they understand if they learn a lot, then they would be able to survive. In fact, if you learn the basics, physics, chemistry, biology, you find many things you cannot apply into your daily life. Now, that is why there is a lot of problem with children, and the children are beginning to have a lot of mood swings into their life. They don't study, they get distracted with the videos, they get distracted with the cell phone. They do not find it interesting because for them, the skill-based education is not there. So all the children ask a very simple question. I am learning about this, I am learning about that. How am I going to apply this into my daily life across? Now, unless and until all these educators wake up to a new reality, that children ask a very, very simple question, whether you are going to use it into their daily life. There are many children who will be school dropouts in the coming years. The parents will not be able to convince the children, and many of them will not have the secondary education like 10th, 12th, college.
ஹாய் எவ்ரிவன், என்னோட பேர் ஷியாம். நான் வந்து ஸ்ரீ K.B Gopalakrishnan அவர்கள்ட்ட தான் நான் கைடன்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கிறேன். ஸோ சார் வந்து எனக்கு ரொம்ப நாளாகவே வந்து என்னோட கல்யாணத்துலேருந்து ஆரம்பித்து குழந்தை பிறக்கிறது, இந்த மாதிரி ஒவ்வொரு ஏரியா ஆஃப் லைஃப், என்னோட கேரியர், பர்சனல் லைஃப், ப்ரொஃபஷனல் லைஃப்னு ஒவ்வொரு ஏரியாலையுமே எனக்கு கைடன்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்காரு. அவர் கொடுக்குற கைடன்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, நீங்கள் வந்து ஷார்ட்டாக அப்படியே நீங்கள் ஒரு மெடிக்கல் ப்ரிஸ்கிரிப்ஷனை எப்படி நீங்கள் வந்து கண்மூடித்தனமாக ஃபாலோ பண்ணுவீங்களோ அந்த மாதிரி நீங்கள் ஃபாலோ பண்ணலாம்.
என் பேர் நடராஜன். நான் இங்கே வந்து கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் சார்கிட்ட தான் கைடன்ஸ் எடுத்துருக்கேன். நான் போன வருஷம்லாம் எப்படி இருந்தேன்னு எனக்கு தெரியும். இங்கே வந்து நான் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கேன். அவரோட கைடன்ஸால் தான் இப்போவும் இருக்குது. என்னோடய ஃபேமிலியும் நல்ல ஹாப்பியாக இருக்கேன் இப்போ இருக்கிறதுக்கு. கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் சாரோட கைட்லைன்ஸ் தான். தேங்க்யூ.
நமஸ்காரம் சார், என் பேர் ஸ்ரீனிவாசன். நான் கேபி கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் சார்கிட்ட ஒர்க் பண்ணுறேன். அவர் கொடுத்த கைட்லைன்ஸால் நல்ல நிலமையில் இருக்கேன். ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு இருந்தேன். இப்போ நானும் என் ஃபேமிலியும் ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியாக இருக்குது. நிம்மதியான லைஃப் நல்லா இருக்குது.
ஸோ எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து ஐ ஸ்ட்ராங்லி ரெக்கமெண்ட் கேபி கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் சாரோட கைடன்ஸ். அவரோட கைடன்ஸை எடுத்துக்கோங்க, லைஃப்பில் கண்டிப்பாக க்ரோ ஆகலாம். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.
The second trend in the education is right from the teacher talking, it will be an audio visual presentation. There will be more YouTube videos, there will be more video presentation of the entire thing which is going to come, and many people are not aware. They still think pedagogy is like the teacher coming to the class and they are going to talk about it. This is going to have a major change across. The third one is the online testing will be there. Now you can do the CA, you can do the BA, you can do the IAS. It will come, they'll open the laptop or the link will be given and people will get tested and those tests will be awarded the marks. We are going into a new age and a new era where the testing is not going to be offline. In fact, the testing is going to be completely online. It is going to be that one word, two word, like that is going to be multiple choices questions are going to come. Now, these are the three major trend changes. First, knowledge-based education will go on skill-based education, audio-visual presentation will come, and also the price of schooling will come down. Now the charges are exorbitant in India. Some of the top-end school, you pay a huge amount of money, whereas you do not have a quality education across. So that also is going to change. Now, for example, in India, you'll have to pay around close to 2 crores to have a medical education. Whereas in Philippines, the medical education is very cheap. In Georgia, the medical education is cheap. In Russia, the medical education is cheap. So many people are going to go there and learn the medical education, high-end education. For example, there are many people who study MBA in US. Slowly the market will move to Europe. They will go to Germany and read. They will go to Czechoslovakia and read. Like that, the foreign markets will open up, not only for higher end education but also for graduate education, for 10th and plus 2 education. All these things will open up in a big way. You can ask people, they'll say, no, I was born in India, I got educated in Singapore, then I went for my postdoctoral program in Germany. Like that, many people will use multiple states, multiple countries. For example, today it is very, very common for people to be born in villages, study in city, and then migrate to the metropolitan city to finish their graduation, post-graduation. For example, many people will learn to go to Kuwait and Dubai and do the CA part of it. So basically you will come to the understanding that English will become the pivotal language in the entire education system. Now many people talk about, you have to learn Tamil and all that. In India, it's either going to be Hindi or English, which is going to be a pivotal system in India. Now all these big talk about Tamil and all that thing is not going to happen unless they promote it in a better manner and make children aware of the value of it. You are going to have a lot of people who will only speak the basic Tamil and will not understand it. So the language barrier is going to break, and also you will have missions where you can do the translation very fast. I saw a guy who had written a book which is called as the Habits, and in fact he had published the book in 40 languages using Google Translate across. You will see there will be multiple languages where you can write book, publish your content online, and you can do it. You can use multiple platforms. So online education like Byju's, like this, will become an important app in application rather than the schools, colleges, degrees and the university across. Now this many people are not aware. They are thinking the same IAS will continue, the same BE will continue. Believe me, the BE is dead and gone. The structure of BE, the structure of technical education has undergone a massive change in India. So therefore you have to understand that there are many people who will not study BE. I have seen guys who have studied BE working in Swiggy, working in other companies, because they basically what they study is not what is required in the market. So this pushing of 4 years degree, 3 years degree is going to stop. There are going to be many jobs which are available, which are skill based. The company will take you, train you and will put you across. So this is the cutting edge of technology as far as these things are going to happen. So education is going to undergo massive change, and also continued learning will come. Just because you finish your degree is not going to stop. There is going to be other types of small graduation courses, 3 months courses, 4 months courses, 6 months courses. All these things you will have to learn. So do not believe that if your children does not study formally maths, physics, chemistry, it is going to be the end of the world. In fact, it is not going to be the end of the world. It is the beginning of the new world. Lot of people will make money. Lot of people will become very, very successful without the formal education in the world. In fact, it will be very common for many people to say, oh, I have left my education very early and I have started my own business. I am doing well. It is not Kim Kardashian's sister alone is an example of making money online. There is going to be n number of possibility for many people to make money online. Internet is not only bringing people closer, but also redefining the entire system of education. The Indian government has to wake up and give out to the both. You are having a state board, a central board, Anglo-Indian board. All these boards has to go, and you will have to unify the education in a single system. Otherwise you are going to have a tough time. It is going to be a single syllabus. For example, you take the medical syllabus, it will be a common medical syllabus across the world. It is going to be a common engineering syllabus across the world. All these outdated way of having multiple syllabus, multiple boards, and where you will have to come and you will have to do that thing is going to go. So the phase of education is gone and completely gone. So you cannot continue to dream that you will be like this. For example, the YouTube will teach you more. If you open up, and there are a lot of short videos which teaches you more than you go to a consultant across. So online consultation, online coaching will become the future of the day. So please avoid pushing your children. Make them use WhatsApp, make them learn the cell phone in a positive manner, because that is going to be the future. And learning multiple languages will be far more helpful than simply reading maths, physics, chemistry and biology, which has no use. The Indian education system has to wake up and align to the world instead of trying to talk big things. You will not have big grounds, and there is going to be a conglomeration of lot of people in the internet. In fact, if you take the chartered accountancy, the world body of chartered accountancy will get formed, and there will be a single unified system where the accountancy principle will be the same. Today in Dubai there is another way of doing. Today in India is doing, Sri Lanka is doing. All these things will go away. We have to connect our education towards the world theater instead of trying to talk about in a narrow-minded way. Since the politicians are not educated, they come from a very lower class, they have no idea how the future of education has changed. Just like the water problems of the world have multiplied and it has changed, just like the weather is changing, you are having a lot of problem with this particular thing. So the education is going to change. Charging exorbitantly is going to go because the online education is going to become cheaper and cheaper. In fact, if you go to a yoga class, it is much more cheaper to take it online than offline. And apps like Zoom, and also it will all improve, where you can deliver the finest content without much of the thing, and pre-recorded videos will be the thing. Therefore, please understand that the quality of the education, the content of the education, the phase of the education has changed. So just like there is a saying, if you see Buddha on the way, kill him. Do not try to glorify the past. Do not connect to the past. The past is gone, and the education system is like a thing. Just like how the checks have got dissolved and it has come into online, and it has even come into Paytm, where you can send the money through UPI. All these things will undergo a change as far as the education is concerned. The entire chain, the value chain of the education will change. All that old ways of thinking, the pedagogy, yes miss, no miss, good morning miss, and putting the attendance is all gone. Therefore, please wake up, allow your children, they know what to do best, and align them with the proper education. All these old type of trying to be a IAS, CA, MBA is all gone. You have multiple opportunity opening the world. For example, one of my friend was working in Tirupur. I asked him, is there a cloth business? He said its entire thing is moved to Bangladesh and Vietnam. So we are becoming global village, which means you can travel to America in just 1 hour. So the opportunity for jobs will be very, very different. Just like the transportation is speeded up, the world is going to change faster and faster. So therefore, please do not waste your time and trying to think in old ways. We are going to be one globe, one world, and that vision is dawning in front of us, and we have to align ourselves to the global forces to make your children successful. Thank you so much.